then surely he has a plan. I'm about to shout right here by myself. If he don't bring me out of one thing, then what that means to me is I'm not going to bring you out, but I'm going to deliver you in it. Y'all should have went to shout right there. Because y'all been praying for God to deliver and bring you out of some stuff, and it just seemed like you can't come out. God said the reason why I'm not bringing you out is because I'm going to deliver you in it. And the reason why I'm going to deliver you in it is because there's some people attention I got to get. There's some folks in your family that I got to get their attention. There's some friends that you are associated with that I got to get their attention. I got to let them know that I'm still delivering. I got to let them know that I'm still saving. So you're in your situation so that they can watch you get delivered. Get it? So I stopped crying about God. Why don't you bring me out?
Yes!
I stopped crying about it because he took me over to Job.
Oh my God.
He took me over to Job and he said Job was worthy of consideration. I'm not going to walk through his story because you know. And if you don't know, read your Bible and find it out. He said, Job was worthy to be considered. Watch this. I'm about to bring you here. You were worthy to be considered, to be delivered in your mess instead of out from your mess. Because he needed Deacon Anderson, somebody to have an authentic testimony. He needed somebody that would take up a pen and say, I'm going to add to the pages of this book and let the world know that it just didn't end in the book of Revelation. But there's another book called the book of Sean Washington. There's another book called the book of Master Anderson. There's another book called the book of Lisa Dancy. There's another book with your name on it. And you've been writing the story ever since the day you were born about how good God is. Pastor, what are you talking about? He said, look. He said, ye. Somebody say me.
Me.
The Bible said, ye are epistles. The word epistles is writings. Written and read of men. You are the only Bible that somebody will ever read. That's why you got to be careful how you live your life in front of folks.
That's right.
You got to walk circumspectly. Whether you feel like it or whether you don't. Because you really don't have a choice in the matter. Your freedom in that area has been restricted to do otherwise. Ooh. Have you heard the saying, actions speak louder than words?
Yes, sir.
But they actually do.
They do.
You can be saying one thing with your mouth while doing something totally different.
Yes, Lord.
Back to the three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They said, if he don't do it for us, that don't mean that he ain't able to do it. And we will still serve God. We're going to bless him. If God don't do nothing else for me, I'm still going to bless the Lord. If God don't do nothing else for me, I'm still going to worship him. Because he done already did enough as is. Y'all not helping me. I say he done already did so much. Even in times when I didn't deserve for him to do what he did, he did it. Knowing that I was guilty of what I was guilty of, he steps in the courtroom and drops charges. Come on. Who wouldn't serve a God like that? Who wouldn't worship a God like that? When he told, the Bible said, oh God, oh Jesus, the Bible said, come in, Asha. The Bible said that Satan is the accuser of the brother. Come in, Deacon. And God The Father is the judge in the courtroom. But the Son of God walks in as the devil, the accuser, stands before God to make his complaints and accusations about Naja. The Son of God walks in the courtroom. He walks in the room. And he's hearing everything that the devil said concerning her. And right now, Naja is feeling a little hopeless. Right now, Naja feels like it's about over. She's praying to God. She's going to church. She's tithing. She's being the faithful wife to her husband. All that. She's doing everything that she knows to do. And it seems like that more accusations that the devil brings, the worst things is getting there. She's like, God, I'm committed, but why am I in this? And the Son of God steps in and says, Dad, you can clear the charges because I died for her. Woo-hoo! Now, in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were committed to God. They ain't perfect. And they ain't dot every I, cross every T, but they was committed to God.
Yes, yes.
And they did not bow down to a false God at the sound of Nebuchadnezzar's music. So now the devil had accusations against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they got thrown into the fiery furnace. Oh, God, I thank you. When they got thrown into the fiery furnace, before they got thrown into, the Bible said that Nebuchadnezzar was so mad that they didn't do what he said do. That he told them to turn up the fire 7 times higher. And there's somebody in this room today that the fire has been turned up in your life. That the heat has been turned up in your life. But I come to bring you news that your commitment to God is about to give you supernatural intervention. Your commitment to God is getting ready to give you supernatural provision. That your commitment to God is getting ready to grant you supernatural protection. Watch what happens in the text. The Son of God get permission from the Father and say, I need to go down there. And so now Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that have been accused. Sit down now, accuser. The Father says, son, I see you, so I'm going to let you have free course. And they begin to walk in the fire. Nebuchadnezzar said, Apostle, let me get up and see what's going on. Let me see how they were affected in this fire. And so they're walking around. Hallelujah. Come back. They're walking around in the fire. And Nebuchadnezzar gets up and look in the furnace. And he sees 4 people. And he had to stop him and say, wait a minute. I thought we put 3 in there. But I'm looking through this hole and I see 4. And the 4th one looked like the Son of God. Now, if God wasn't in the beginning, if Jesus wasn't in the beginning, then who was? It said it was the Son of God. I want to tell somebody right now that even though you are in a heated situation, Jesus is in it with you. Watch this. Because Jesus is who he is, Apostle. Watch this. He could have easily opened the door and caused them to walk out of it. I told y'all, if the Lord don't deliver you out of a situation, evidently he gonna deliver you in it. And so Jesus didn't bring them out because he had the power to liberate them out of that situation. He said, no, I'm going to get in it with them. Woo, Jesus. You think you crying by yourself? No, Jesus is crying in it with you. You think you suffering by yourself? No, baby, Jesus is in it with you. Pastor, what are you talking about? My light's getting ready to be cut off. You and Jesus going to be right there together. Whether you in the dark or whether you in the light, He's going to be right there with you. Come on. Whether you got money or whether you don't, He's right there with you. And see, you can be content and you can be happy in the fact that as long as Jesus is in the boat with you, as long as Jesus is in the situation with you, nothing else matters. You know, I thought that I couldn't live without my ex, but I'm doing a so lot better without them. I thought I couldn't live without weed, but I'm doing a whole lot better without it. I thought I couldn't live without drinking, but I'm doing a whole lot better without it. I'm doing a whole lot better without my past than what I was doing with it.
Yes.
See, one thing I didn't let y'all know about my story, I told it to you, but I didn't tell you this part. Part of my testimony is that as I was being delivered or working on my deliverance, I found out through a source that I had to preach myself out. And I didn't know how in the world I was going to do that because I was messed up from the floor up. And I know I had a bad sexual addiction. Go help me, y'all too churchy for it. Yeah, I craved sex real bad because of what I was dealing with and going through. So I was the biggest whore of Babylon, so you can say. So I was preaching and having sex all at the same time. I could prophesy the house down, and the moment I get done prophesying, it was nothing for me to have 3 of them lined up. Because I got so used to making my money that way. I didn't know how to trust God. And you want me to preach and you know I'm dealing with this? It's bad enough that you saved me and called me back here. Now you want me to preach? He said, I'm getting in it with you. And I remember one night I preached. I preached one night, Deacon Anderson. Yes, sir. And I had everything lined up for what I was going to do once I got home. But that night as I was preaching, I felt Jesus come in the room.
Yes, sir.
And while I was preaching, Jesus took his arms and wrapped them around me. He said, I got you.
Yes.
He said, I got you. He said, if you can trust the fact that I got you and commit to the fact that I got you, what you getting ready to do when you leave here, hallelujah, you won't have the appetite to do it. And it was right there as I was preaching, God delivered me. My appetite changed in that moment. Ain't nobody had to roll me across the floor. Ain't nobody had to put my head in the trash can. I made an intelligent decision to give God a try. I made a decision to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and say, you know what? I'm going to trust God. That if he don't do it, it's not because he ain't able. He got in there with me. And I preached my way to deliverance. I had a cry while I was preaching, but I kept preaching. I had a struggle while I was preaching, but I kept preaching. Had withdrawals while I was preaching, but I kept preaching until one day I was able to look that demon in the eye and say, you don't hold me no more.
All right. All right. All right.
See, what you have to understand, this is the revelation God gave me. See, when they was thrown into the fire, Keisha, they were bound. I was bound by some stuff. When I went into the situation, when I went into the fire, I was bound. And they were still bound. And so the reason why Jesus didn't bring them out just like that was because he didn't want what was attached to them before they went in to come out with them. So what Jesus did was he got in the situation. He got in there with them and he allowed the fire to burn off the chains. He allowed the fire to burn off the clothes and everything that will hold them back. Hallelujah. And when they came out the furnace, the Bible said they didn't even smell like smoke. They were untouched. Because truth of the matter of it is, people thought I was going to die in it. They thought for sure that I wasn't going to make it out. Oh, that boy up there playing with God. Somebody said, you're going to get behind that pulpit and die. I said, well, if I die preaching, I'm going to be in the arms of Jesus when I wake up. I felt something. Y'all ready for this? I want y'all to hold your arms like this. I felt something in that moment break loose because I tightened up my commitment to God. I made that decision to get more committed. See, that's when you start disciplining yourself, you know. You don't have to wait on pastor to discipline you. You start doing it yourself, you know. I got committed in my mind. So is a man, thank you. So is he. I got committed in my mind. I got dedicated in my mind. And it was right then and there where Jesus was able to turn around in that fiery situation and say, loose them and let them go.
All right.
All of a sudden, Shadrach got free. Loose them and let them go. Meshach got free. Loose them and let them go. Abednego got free. And Jesus said, all right. He said, now Nebuchadnezzar, you see what you need to see, open the door and let them go. And Nebuchadnezzar said, let them go. And they walked out. Praising God. Praising God. Praising God. Praising God. And they praised God so that even when Jesus went back to the Father, when Jesus went back, they were still able to be a public example of what God can do. The power of your commitment will make you a public example of what God can do, of what God will do. The power of your commitment. Somebody say to your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm making up in my mind to get committed. Because my commitment has power. Somebody open up your mouth and give God praise. Thank you. Heaven backs you up when you're committed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you're committed to God, you're not ashamed to tell where you've been.
Talk.
Well, I'm trying to help somebody. I'm going to take about 30 more seconds and help somebody get free. When you get committed to God and that the power of your commitment comes in and frees you, you don't have a problem telling where you be. And regardless of what they got to say about it when they get out of your presence, the proof is in the pudding. So you can try to take my story and use it against me, but the Bible said that if God be for me, oh my God, my God, my God, I think I got somebody right here. I'm going to see if I can get about two people over here. That if God is for me, you can take the words and try to change them around if you want to. But if God is for me, I can never say, neighbor, who is for you? Who is for you? If God be for me. I'm answering the call today. I'm answering the call today. I said, I'm answering the call today. What is the call? I'm being committed. I'm being committed. I'm being committed. I'm being committed. After this day right here, I won't get distracted. After this day right here, I won't fail in my commitment. After this day right here, I'm answering the call. I'm answering the call to pray more. I'm answering the call to worship more. I'm answering the call to read more. I'm answering. But I'm committed to the call. committed to the cause. If I got to preach and don't get a job, I'm committed to the cause. Come on, say, I'm committed, Jesus. Come one day, I'm committed, Jesus. When the family walk away, I'm committed, Jesus. When the friends walk away, I'm committed, Jesus. You stand on your feet. But I answer the call to commitment. I can go home and rest in peace tonight because I'm committed to the cause. Good God of works. Woo! God, I feel so happy. I feel so free. Woo! If you ever want to be happy, get committed. If you want to be happy, get committed to God. He'll make you happy. Like no man can make you happy. He'll make you happy. Like no woman can make you happy. He'll make you happy. When you get committed to God. Well, I'm on my way to the sea. But while we in this kingdom experience, I told you the commitment, your power of commitment will bring supernatural results. Today, you don't need my assistance. All you need is the assistance of the Holy One of Israel. And if you will make up in your mind to get committed, well, some of you say, well, I'm already committed. Get more committed. Come on, there's deeper levels to this thing. Come on.
Yes.
I say there's deeper levels and realms to this thing. You ain't got it all yet just because you've been in church a year, 2 years, 3 years. You ain't got it. I've been in church all my life and I still ain't got it. And I know if I got to commit, there's more that you got to do. Lift your hands. As a matter of fact, everybody sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I just heard the Lord say, whosoever will, let him come. Apostle got in my ear real good just now. I just heard him say, don't force it. I ain't gonna force you. But for every person, this is the altar call. But for every person that said, you know what, Pastor, today I'm making up in my mind that I'm getting more committed. Stand.